Not apes, babes. Do you think they do that three monkey thing? You're right, they do. Something something, Rod Sterling, Jim Powers, 2001, Planet of the Babes. Here comes Anus. That's my favorite line in this movie. Made me laugh every time. Dr. Anus is Dr. Zaius, and it is so funny.
Oh, here comes Anus.
When he sees him, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Anus coming, and he goes, "Here comes Anus." Award of the movie. They are leaving the 21st century for the future world. Their words, not mine. This is a slow burn. The film was 104 minutes long. The version I'm presenting to you, 22 minutes. 22 minutes of slow burn.
Anus.
All right, we're back with another Jim Powers, written and directed by. Last month, we did Kelly the Co-Ed, and he had 970 movies. It's been about 4 weeks. 975 movies. Isn't that crazy? Super impressive guy. If you want to hear me swing off the old sack, go watch Kelly the Co-Ed. Our introduction was 3 minutes, which is standard. Our outro was 10 minutes of old kiss ass. I can say ass. This is PG. A lot of soft swears, prisoners, fighting, mean stuff, October stuff, a lot of nudity, because these people on the planet of the babes, planet of the babe apes, are basically clothless. Luckily, our lead, old Fancy Boots, has a loincloth. If he wouldn't have, I wouldn't have been able to make this movie. I had to cut around all the extras because they are all natural. Our leading lady, Asia, we'll talk about all the cast in the end. Full all natural. So I had to, luckily she's sitting like, Shannon Hoon on the cover of Rolling Stone. Knees up, protecting all her stuff. And I had to go frame by frame. Oh, there can't be anything from her. Check, 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 check. And guess what? Almost slipped through this steel trap of censors at Barefoot and Independent. I was doing a little audio tweaking at the end, and I noticed it was something you can't show on YouTube. And I'd edited this film for quite some time, never got it. So, thankfully, steel trap, we got it. There's no male genitalia hanging underneath a loincloth. Planet of the Babes, 2001, I said that already. Let's watch it. I will be speaking at the end of the film as well.
Well, that finishes my last science report until we land. Right now, our ship is in cruise control. We're safely in the hands of the computer guidance system, and the rest of the crew is already in a cryogenic sleep, which I'll be joining them soon. We've been on our mission for 6 months now, 6 months in deep space, by Earth time, that is. See, according to Dr. Gabor's theory of time, if our ship is moving at the speed of light, then civilization on Earth has actually aged nearly 500 years since we lifted off. But physically, our bodies, we've barely aged. If that's true, then people who sent us on the mission are dead and buried. Those of you who are listening are probably of a different society than the world we left behind. Hopefully, near a better society. Anyway, I left the 21st century with few regrets, and I embrace this future world that I hope to wake up to soon. Anyway, it's me, Tyler, signing off. Good night, God bless.
Yeah, do you have any ideas, Skipper?
Well, if I had to guesstimate, I'd say we're about 400 light years from Earth on an unknown planet orbiting a star in the Orion constellation.
It could be Sponticus.
It's much too warm for Sponticus. What the hell happened to the programming? Wasn't in my itinerary to crash land in the water.
Well, I don't know what drove us into the water. I think we're here to stay.
But where is here?
I'm more concerned with when than where we are. How long were we sleeping, Tyler?
Well, let's just say we had enough sleep to last us quite a while.
How long we been away?
I got to look at the ship's computer before we sank. We left Earth 2,000 years ago. Even if we didn't crash, there's no way for us to get back.
Well, then, let's go check out our new pad.
Some bugs, yeah, another bird.
Look, water.
Yeah. Parched. Yeah. Yeah.
This place is great.
How's our smart man today?
The minute you open the cage door, he goes into a shtick.
Well, what is it that we want? How's our fancy boots today? You know, that's what I call you, since when they found you, you were wearing the fanciest boots I've ever seen. Imagine that, a human wearing boots. Oh, how's your throat doing today?
See? He keeps pretending he can speak.
I'm telling you, the fancy boots is amazing. But I'm Dr. Vera. I'm an animal psychologist.
Good morning, sir.
Good, you're here. This is him. See? Isn't he amazing?
Very funny. A man trying to be an ape.
Oh, he's trying to communicate.
He's acting like a parrot.
Come on, don't you think it's strange that he's using that old blanket for clothing? Now, I wonder how he'd do on a Kong dexterity quiz.
This animal?
Yes. He's trying to form words.
He's trying to copy you.
But he understands.
Man understands nothing. He is a worthless creature, nothing but a pest, and should be exterminated.
I disagree, Doctor, and I think that my
Dr. Vera, I am going to stop you now before you say something you are going to regret. Now, using these animals for experimental brain surgery is one thing. In fact, I condone using every single one of these creatures until they're all on the face of this planet. But your behavioral studies are a different matter. To say that any of these Men can teach apes anything is preposterous. They are worthless creatures. Nothing but pests and should be exterminated as fast as possible.
Look, that's him. That's Fancy Boots, the one I told you about. Hi, Fancy Boots. How's your throat today?
Oh, here comes Anus.
You know what? Dr. Anus has been really weird lately. He's been spying around at the lab every day this week. Hello, Dr. Anus.
So you want to commence another expedition?
With your approval, of course.
You'll have to get it. Your reputation is on the line when you go digging up new ideas.
I don't get why these animal psychologists even bother with these humans. What the hell are they trying to prove?
That man can be trained.
Man.
Fancy Boots, I'm so sorry. What? What is it? Julian, don't hurt him!
Nothing but thieves.
Get me a leash. I want to take it for a walk.
He's a nasty biting animal. Plus, it's against the law to walk a human.
Just do what I say.
This is ridiculous. Everyone knows a human cannot write.
You're a scientist, Cornelius. Look for yourself.
Then where did you learn? I learned to read and write at the Buck Adams Elementary School in Woodland Hills, California, on the planet Earth. I flew in a spacecraft to this planet with two others. Stu was killed in the hunt. Lindo was captured. What happened to Lindo?
I don't know.
So these other two talking humans dropped from the skies with you?
Not dropped. Flew in a spacecraft.
Every scientist knows flight is impossible. It's absurd.
Can I see a map?
This is where we are now. This is where you were captured.
This is where your spaceship fell into the water. And after they came onto dry land, they walked across the mountains for 3 days.
Well, that would mean they came out of the deadly zone.
Having Tyler here could help you prove your theories. Prove that something existed here before apes.
Sarah, do you want to get me killed? You know the theory of evolution's against the law.
Don't be a chicken. If it's true, they have to believe.
No, they don't.
Cornelius has a theory that apes evolved from some lower life form, maybe even man. See, when he did this dig in the deadly zone, he uncovered these artifacts that were even older than our recorded history.
Of course, nothing that proved my theory conclusively. But all that's beside the point. Dr. Anus and the Academy said if I was to pursue that line of reasoning, I'd be thrown into jail.
But Cornelius, this could be your missing link.
It's rather sensitive.
I am not a missing link.
Well, if you were a missing link, Tyler, that would destroy everything our sacred scrolls have ever said.
Be an ape. Show some balls.
Vera, we are doctors, and I am not about to throw it all away for some Tyler. Dr. Amos.
Cornelius, didn't you forget to give me the plans for your expedition? And what is this human doing here? You know the law. There are no humans to be pets. And where is his leash?
I know, Dr. Enos, but this creature is a special case. And besides, I'm doing experiments on him.
Which should be done back at the complex under my supervision. Guard, put that creature in his cage. And what is this?
It's a floating air toy.
Poppycock.
Hello, Tyler.
What's going on, Sergeant?
We're taking number 3 into surgery in 10 minutes. Have him ready.
What for? He's almost healed.
It's not his throat. The vet is going to neuter him.
Dr. Vera is going to be pissed off. She wants that pair to mate.
Dr. Anus gave the orders himself.
If you only knew what plans they have for you.
Stop! Tyler! Why did you escape?
Animal security, ma'am.
This animal belongs to me. I am in charge of him.
Not anymore. He's now property of the state.
No.
You damn dirty gorilla! Get your hands off me, gorillas! What are you doing? You're all safe! And you're gonna stay in bombs! Yeah! You're all safe!
Everybody be seated. This High Communal of the Ape Academy is now in session. I am Dr. Aximus, President of the Academy, presiding over this hearing to decide the fate of this human. To my right, Dr. Anus, Minister of Science and Ape Religion. To my left, the Chancellor of Law for Ape State, Dr. Kong.
What is this human accused of? He has a right to know.
Man has no right under ape law.
Then why is he being accused? Surely, you must believe he's guilty of something.
This is not a trial. He is being disposed of. It is scientific heresy we are trying. It has come to my attention, this theory of evolution you are promoting, how ape evolved from man. I do not need to tell you that your lives and careers may well be ruined by defending this man.
Then I will defend myself.
Vera, silence Mr. Happy Boots here.
My name is Tyler.
There! Shut the animal up. Vera and Cornelius, the special scrolls say that the Almighty made ape above all other creatures and set him apart to rule. The proper study of apes is apes. But you young heretics have decided to study man to push your perverted theories of evolution upon our community. The state has charged Dr. Vera with experimenting on this human and creating the speaking monster that stands before us today. Vera, along with other conspirators, worked on the human's brain and throat and made it so he could speak.
That is a lie. How could I create his mind? He can think and he can reason.
He can't reason. Humans have no soul. It says so in Article 6 of the Special Scrolls. Dr. Anus showed the state the heresy that was committed to paper your own house.
The man had received a skull fracture during his capture, and our skilled doctors were able to save his life by operating on him. He showed no signs of being able to speak prior to his operation, or after.
It's because you did it. The same thing you were going to do to me.
Silence that beast!
I agree. He did not come from a spacecraft. But from things he has told us, I believe he came from the deadly zone. I know this because I have been there. And when I was there, I found proof that a culture existed before the special scrolls were even written.
That is heresy.
Go ahead, keep on speaking. Let him dig himself deeper.
Let's just assume that he is lying about the spacecraft, since that is impossible. But that must mean that he comes from our world. As a scientist, I can see no reason why man cannot speak. That must mean that the fault lies in his brain. Admit it. Man could be the missing link in the evolution of apes.
That is heresy. You have gone too far. The state charges Dr. Vera and Cornelius with contempt and heresy of the special scrolls. As for the disposition of this animal, well, that lies solely in the hands of Dr. Anus. This court is dismissed.
Are you Julian?
Yes, I am. Who are you?
I'm from the Office of Animal Control. I'm here to take that one to the zoo.
At this time? Who gave this order?
Don't you read the newspapers? The anti-cruelty against humans is ready to riot. No more vivisections and brain experiments on humans, especially ones that can speak. Though this one should be at the zoo where we all can see him.
Just show me the papers. Hey, Dr. Anus has to sign this.
Who are you?
Holy shit, they really can speak. I'm here to set you free.
I'm not going without her.
But Vera said there could be only one. I can take only one.
I'm not leaving without her. Give me the keys.
Fine, but don't tell me what to do.
Tyler, you're okay.
Yeah, thanks for getting me out. So what's going on?
Dr. Anus, he was set to start experimental brain surgery on you tomorrow. And if anything should happen to you, I could never prove my missing link theory.
Where will you go, Tyler? What will you do?
I don't know. Probably get as far away from here as possible. Find out whatever happened to mankind on this planet. It's a whole new world to explore.
Tyler, be careful.
I will. I wonder what he'll find out there.
What did you think? Another Jim Powers. Did you like it? Sci-fi. We're adding to the cult films. Do you think Rod Sterling likes this picture? Watching, floating around? Do you think he's smiling down upon his brother, Captain Taylor? Stephen St. Croix. Croix is French. Croix is English. Pronunciation. French pronunciation, English pronunciation. He sure carries this picture. Part silent film performance. So that's pretty cool. If I was an actor and someone said, you're going to do like a silent thing for half, that would have been a selling point for me. Asia Carrera is his female lead. Doesn't speak at all. Speaking of silent performance, and that might have been something for me as well. If someone said, hey, you're going to do this performance and not speak. Think of how much an actor talks. That would be something that I would be like, oh, cool, yeah, I'll do a picture that I don't speak. But you guys would love that. I should do one of these. In college, I made a film that I wrote and directed called The Dialectic Hush Hush. And the friends talk to each other through mental telepathy. So I wonder if I should do one of these Dialectic Hush Hush. I would have to know all my stuff, print it out, And then I would have to act doing my intro and outro to all of you fine people based on what was already written out, and then that would be that. Dr. Vera is played by Melissa West. Roxette. Not Roxette. That's the 80s singer. Roxetta. She's almost the female lead. She's the ape. A lot of people, all the extras got credit. This is something when I was reading press about this, but you can't tell who anyone is. If your homie was in this movie and you would see, oh, there he is in the credits. You're at the theater watching Planet of the Babes. You stay for the end roll. You see your buddy's name, but then you don't really know which one he is. He's one of those people. I think Roxetta, Dr. Vera, is my favorite in this picture. I'm going to go on record. She is my favorite. Nick East and Nikki G, they're the two pilots in the beginning with Steven, old fancy boots. So you see them, then you don't see them. But those are the three American scientists, 2,000 light years away. And you know what's funny about that? That my roommates are pulling up my windows open. Can you hear it? I live on a dirt road. What was I saying? Oh, so Roxetta, I told you, was Melissa West, and Nick East was one of the pilots. Ooh, you have got to be a certain kind of frittata to catch stuff like that. Nick East, Melissa West. East meet West. Gwen Summers, Flick Shagwell, and Lola are also in this. I kind of don't know who's who. Same thing about that report that I read about this. It's hard to tell who's who. And the credits don't help much. Opening titles, end roll, I can't really tell. I really wanted to know who was the other ape that was helping out. Cornholio, or Cornelius, or something. This was released by Sterling Pictures. The Powers film that we just released a month ago was gold something. What is it? Heatwave Gold. Heatwave Gold was last month. Sterling Pictures is this one. Oh, I didn't even put two and two together till right now. You think that's Rod Sterling? Homage? Possibly. Seriously, I've been editing this this is the first one of the whole season, so I've been editing this for over a month. And I saw those credits, I wrote down in a script, I thought about it, I did a little dry run, and not until right this second did you see me think, oh, possibly an homage. I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, it is an homage. Sterling Pictures, good job. Here comes Anus. 2,000 light years away. Do you know before Green Day got cool with Dookie? I think I said that backwards. Do you know before Green Day got popular, they were kind of cool. And they had a song called 2,000 Light Years Away. It's off Kerplunk. It's right before Dookie. I only know that because I grew up with punk rock roots, and then I started a band with my friend X, Aaron, and he liked pop punk. And our first time we were ever hanging out, drinking, smoking, talking about music, I was saying, oh yeah, I'll write you some, if you do the music, I'll write a bunch of lyrics for you. And he told me everything he's into that he likes, and I thought he was joking. And he wasn't. First person I ever met in my entire life, and I love and respect him, that I ever knew that liked or openly admitted liking pop punk. Thought he was pulling my chain. Everything he listed, I hated. And everything I listed, he didn't hate, but wasn't his jam. I'm more of I feel unoriginal. Because I'm like Dead Kennedys, Minor Threat, Circle Jerks, Beastie Boys, Bad Brains. Those are like what anyone would say. Well, I guess most people say like Sex Pistols and Ramones. But take those people out, and then that would be the next tier of the standards. What am I talking about? Jeez Louise. I talked about Jim Power so much, I'm not going to get into it more. Gale Force is his wife. That is a very cool part of his story that I did not mention last time. Gale Force, she's in Switch Hitters 2, Richard Mallor film, and of course, Tasty. She's been in over 100 movies, but those are the two that you could watch here on our channel of Gale Force. I like her. Here comes Anus.
Here comes Anus.
Planet of the Babes. Alright, I think that's it. Oh girl tells him, don't be a chicken, which I think is funny because they're apes. Don't be a chicken. Don't be an ape. Don't be a human.